PlayStation.
Welcome to the land of long live play, where greatness is always waiting. Welcome to the PlayStation experience. It is I, as always, your boy Dead Ninja Dev, and unfortunately Delvin is not here today. He had some car trouble, and prayerfully he's had it taken care of by now, but he will not be joining us. However, I do have the Platinum Princess, Miss Haley Nicole Miller, here as usual. How are you today?
Good, fresh off my 37th platinum.
Oh, very nice, very nice. And we also brought a friend along. The founding member, or that is not a traitor, I should say. The one that is not a traitor. Mr. Justin J-Money Picard. How are you this morning?
I'm doing really good. And I really appreciate you stating that, because it is something that needs to be brought up that Seth is a traitor.
Yes, he is.
And because I was literally thinking, I was like, oh, it'd be nice to have the whole old PSXP group back. But oh wait, we can't, because Seth is a traitor and didn't even get a PS5.
Yes, this is very, very true. He is gone to the dark side. He is no longer with us. He's now an Xbot. It is truly a sad, sad time. But you know what? The show must go on. PlayStation still goes on. We're rocking. We don't care. Enjoy your Xbox, Seth. He also sold his PS4 Pro, so it's even worse.
I mean, yeah, he just put it live. I don't think he's actually sold it yet, but yeah.
I think he said he had somebody who found it for like who was going to get it for $250. He didn't want to deal with the shipping, but he's like, well, I don't need 2 boxes, so I hope he enjoys Game Pass.
Yep.
So, how has everyone's week been? Let's start with you, Haley. Because ladies first.
Mostly it was just... Sorry, Valhalla came out on Tuesday, and before that I'd just been working on Legion. And so I started Valhalla, I got about 9 hours in, and then, needless to say, everything happened on Thursday. Discovered that when you transfer your save, because Ubisoft has the whole cloud thing now, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you transfer your save via Valhalla from PS4 to PS5, your trophies don't automatically pop. So I want the Assassin's Creed Platinum because I got the Odyssey Platinum. The problem being, to get that Platinum, I have to lose 9 hours of progress.
That's crazy.
But on the other hand, transferring your Watch Dogs Legion save will pop some of your trophies, but not all of them. Case in point, none of the, hey, take over this entire burrow trophies popped, but all of the specific action kill trophies popped. There's no way for me to repop those burrow trophies without restarting the game.
So here's the question with the cards. Does that help? Can you actually pull up the cards and do any of the trophies that way?
I haven't seen cards pop up for... I've seen one card pop up for Assassin's Creed, and it just details how far you are in Ivor's saga. And I didn't hit the menu button while playing Legion because I was just focused on trying to repop trophies I already had.
Okay. I wonder if
I'll check later.
that.
The only other thing that I've done this week, really, is I platinumed Astrobot. Or Astro's Playroom.
Astrobot. That's a game.
It was pretty fun. A lot of the references are there. There's a couple references that will completely catch you off guard because they're in spots you don't expect them to be. But then, like, I really only found one of the trophies annoying, and that was fall 99 feet. And then it has in brackets 30 meters. And catch yourself at the last second in the monkey suit. And it's really only annoying because if you fail to grab at the last second, you die and have to go back a bit before you can even attempt the trophy.
Yeah, no. Won't be bothering with that. That game definitely annoyed me some.
I mean, there's no VR or anything like that. Astro's Playroom is pretty fun, though.
Yeah, it's very cool, but I'm not a fan of platformers, and some of that stuff just annoys me. So, yeah. But I did actually play it. I played it on stream, so you know. There's if you go to my stream and you go to the section with Astro, you'll see some of my anger at that game. And you'll see where I was like, yep, I'm done, and I turned it off. But anyways. So your week has been basically PlayStation, and PlayStation.
Oh, and also I tested negative for coronavirus like I thought I would, but then found out I have no shifts until December 3rd. So
jeez. That's no fun.
Love being punished for getting sick. Woo!
Yeah.
You need to get a new job.
I'm working on it, but you know,
it's holiday season. There's got to be jobs out there, you know, with especially with what you do and stuff, you know, retail. There's gotta be something out there.
Absolutely.
I've been applying everywhere. And
Unless
like
Canadians don't celebrate the holidays, I don't know how that works. It's a weird country up there. I'm not sure.
I mean, we still have people here who are COVID deniers too. So don't worry, we got those.
Just I don't even know how that's possible at this point. Just
it's around. Don't worry.
God, so ridiculous. What about you, Justin? How has your week been?
My week has been very busy. So, are we doing video on this episode?
Oh yeah.
So, as you can see, I have a slightly new background. I'm in the old closet room. I've been working on this room for like at least 3-4 weeks. Put the flooring down, painted, had to kind of put some more wood into this box here for my PlayStation, and it's kind of hard to make out, but you can. It's behind me with the good old RGB.
Oh yeah.
Lighting it up.
It's horizontal, I'm assuming, right?
It is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Horizontal Club Unite.
And you know what? If I had an Xbox, it would be horizontal as well because screw Donnie. I don't care.
Yes.
Horizontal all the way. That's just how things fit into entertainment centers, clearly. But yeah, no. So Thursday, I got my PlayStation Direct from FedEx. It got delivered later in the day, like 3 o'clock, something like that. Got home, and I had to keep working on the den. I couldn't even open it up right away. I literally I took Friday off, so I stayed up until 2:30 in the morning Thursday night, which is unusual for you two. It might not be as crazy, especially you, Haley, but for me,
I don't sleep very often, so my sleep schedule's all over.
I know you're up at all hours of the night, and Dev likes to stay up late too playing, but for me, it's insane to stay up anywhere past midnight. I'm old. I know I'm really you, but I'm old when it comes to sleep. But yeah, I basically got where the PlayStation's going painted. Finally at 1:30, I was like, all right, I have to open this freaking box before I go to sleep. So open it up, set it up, put it up, and yeah, I mean, I love it so far. I'm absolutely in love, and played a little bit more Friday. I've kind of touched on Astrobot, Spider-Man, and Call of Duty are the 3 games I've played so far. I did skip to last night. I got the new Sony TV as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's supposed to do the whole 120 hertz, 4K, all that, HDMI 2.1. Plug in Call of Duty Friday night, and I was like, all right, as like the way Call of Duty works for 120 hertz is you have to set the system settings to either performance or visual.
Yep.
So I was like, all right. So I set it to performance, log into Call of Duty, and I'm like, I think this is higher frame rate. I can't really tell. A lot of things, Call of Duty for the first time added frame of view, which like totally changes the way that game feels.
So
it's insane.
Nice.
I mean, I'm not a nerdy ass PC gamer, but I will say that I wish we had that on console for a long time ago.
Yeah, field of view is very nice, especially as someone who gets sick staring at 60 frames per second. So
I could totally see that, like totally changing like the way your perception of whatever is going on. So, so it was like hard. It's like, all right, am I seeing 120 frames per second, or am I just getting used to a wider field of view? Like everything just feels faster. Last night, I look online. I'm like, okay. Turns out my TV has to be manually updated. They have not pushed the software update to enable 120 hertz on PlayStation 5. So I dug around for like, I kid you not, for like 45 minutes last night to an hour looking for a USB drive because I have like 20 of these things at work and 0 at home. Then I found one was less than a gig of size. Then I opened it up. Finally, I found another one. I was able to download the update my TV, turn on COD. I'm pretty sure I could tell the difference. Still not. I know Sean brought it up in the Xbox episode that like he also had a hard time. It's like we need like a popper, like a HDR popper that says 120 frames per second.
Yeah.
And yeah.
I mean, if it makes you feel any better, my TV doesn't pop to tell me HDR's on because Samsung decided those pop-ups aren't needed. The screen will just go black for a second, then tell you that it's turning game mode on, then go black again, and then HDR is on. It's real annoying. This is why I want the Nano Cell, because the last LG TV I had at least had the decency to tell me when HDR was on and not turn the screen black.
Yeah, that is one thing I do wish more TVs did. Say that again, Jay?
Yeah, I wish. Yeah, I don't think my TV does even pops HDR. It performs great, and everything looks great, but like it doesn't pop like anything really.
Is there anything in the settings? There might
usually
be
you have to
something in
turn
the settings
HDR
where you can
on.
turn that on. No, I don't mean the HDR on. I mean just in the settings where you can turn in display stuff, where it'll actually give you a bar above that tells you. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it is in there because that does seem odd to not like pop that. But
it's a Samsung thing for sure. I looked.
That's crazy. Yeah. Anyways, I did do it. As far as I'm concerned, I'll say I did it. It seemed pretty damn smooth. So, that's my week, man.
Nice. My week has been long. It's been very busy. Found out my sister and her fiance have COVID. They're supposed to come down to help me out with. My sister's supposed to come down to help out with my mom because my mom is still battling cancer. But she wasn't able to make it down here because she has COVID. So that's been fun. Just waiting to hear if she's still positive. I think she could test on Friday, and I haven't heard back from her yet. But yeah, she lost her sense of. She wasn't feeling well, and then she lost her sense of taste and her sense of smell. So that was what kind of triggered her, and she took a test, and she's COVID positive. So praying that it runs its course fast for her, and she's able to get healthy, and then eventually get down here to help out with my mom. Other than that, work has been work, and kids and homeschool has been nuts. And then, of course, Thursday morning, early in the morning, around 6 a.m., I drove down to the Valley, which is about a 2-hour drive, about hour 45, 2-hour drive down to LA for me to get my PlayStation from a homeboy who picked it up from Best Buy at 6 a.m. There was no traffic, so it was just a smooth sail. Grabbed the PlayStation, turned around, immediately headed back. Smooth sailing, no traffic. But, much like Justin, I had things that needed to be done. So it literally sat there in the box on timeout until probably about the same time Justin unboxed his. So we were literally unboxing and setting up around the exact same time. So
during that life, just like I had to like walk past it like all day long.
Same here.
I was like, I just want to open this up, but like part of me was like, I can't unless I'm like fully committed. I'm not gonna open this thing up.
Yep, that was exactly how I felt. I was like, until I have time to really like get into this thing, I'm just gonna sit there. So it sat there in the box until the kids were ready for bed. My wife went upstairs, took a shower and stuff like that. So I was like, all right, let's go ahead and unbox this thing. Let's get it set up. Let's do the firmware update. Let's get some games installed. Let's do all of that. So yeah, I ended up probably going to bed around 12:30. I think is when I finally like shut everything off. So yeah, it was earlier for me than it was for Justin, but it was still around the same time because of that time.
I'm in real person time and you're in fake person time.
Look here, sir. You will not come for the West Coast. But yeah, got this bad boy set up. It is gorgeous. I love it. It's smaller than my PC tower, but not by much.
It really looks good sitting there.
Yeah, it's glorious.
Glad we think it looks nice because Colin Moriarty was on Twitter dogging it.
Yeah, he's got
no. I think it looks good. Even though my wife's not a gamer and she seemed fine with it.
Yeah, it's funny. Like, I mean, I like the design from jump. So when they first revealed it, I was like, I really like to look at this thing. It's different. Everybody else is like so used to these little small black boxes, and I don't understand like how the look of it really turns you off that much to playing it. Like, okay, it's big, it looks different, but people bought GameCubes and those things were ugly as far as I'm concerned. The Wii U was not a pretty machine, but people bought that. I don't understand why the look of the machine would really turn you off, or the size of it would really turn you off that much from actually enjoying the games that it has. So I'm just a little like weirded out by that. Like, really, it's you're gonna get rid of it because it's too big, even though you want to play the games that are on it. Like, I guess. So that's odd to me. I ain't got no problem with the size.
I don't know. Like I said, I was gonna put it like directly under my TV, cause like there's two shelves in my entertainment stand, but then there's like space underneath the TV. With the stand in horizontal position, it's like this much too big to fit under the TV. So it's where my PS4 went. Because I wasn't just going to, like, unhook my PS4. I was going to use it because there's a media app on PS4 that's not available on PS5 yet. But...
Probably available on Roku.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Fuck both of you. Fuck off. Lucas, I'm sorry, but fuck off. But essentially, I had to, like, move it. Like, I had to, like, completely unhook the PS4 because I had no space for it otherwise. So,
yeah, when my PS4, it'll just be standing up behind my TV when I actually move the Pro to the living room and move the base upstairs to my bedroom. So it'll just stand up behind it. I'm still not going to put it inside the cubby hole because that thing makes a ton of noise. So if I put it in that cubby hole, it's just going to get amplified. So it'll go behind my TV.
I will say, though, that like, my Pro was never loud, like, at all. But the stark dichotomy of, like, because you could hear the PS4 running, like, it wasn't loud per se, like, it wasn't like a jet engine gonna take off on a runway, but you could still hear it running.
Yeah. The
dichotomy of not hearing the PS5 running, but hearing my fan and my laptop fan going is like, oh.
Yeah. That is definitely a stark contrast in just how loud the systems are. The PS5 is virtually silent in comparison.
I haven't tried the disk drive out yet, so I don't know if it's got that loud disk drive issue.
I was gonna ask you guys if either of you had played any disc-based games.
Yeah.
No, I'm all digital, but like I got a couple 4K Blu-rays. I'm probably gonna throw Zombieland Double Tap in there this afternoon and see how that works. So I gotta clean my room today, so might as well throw a 4K Blu-ray in there. So.
Gotcha. Yeah, and I haven't tested out Blu-ray, a 4K Blu-ray yet, but just I got Spider-Man on physical, and it was very loud while it was downloading the data. Which at some point, like, can't they just like, if I have internet enabled, can I just put the disc in and you still just download it from the internet instead of literally like writing or reading from the disc to the hard drive? Like, kind of an odd process.
It'd be
for
nice.
physical games now.
That's
But it
one
was,
thing I would say.
yeah, it would be nice. But and then it just kicks on randomly while I'm playing the game. It'll kick on for like, I don't know, 10 seconds.
Yeah,
It'll
it's
be
just
like,
verifying the discs.
and then it'll
Same thing the PS4 did, just verifying that the disc is in there, that you still have ownership. Yeah, it is weird that it doesn't verify, because it's going to have to download a patch anyway. So you would think that, okay, verifying this, let's go ahead and pull the game from the internet. But I guess, like, depending on your internet, it could be faster from the disc than it is your download, depending on how fast your internet is. But yeah, I have one disc-based game. I have Borderlands 3. So I popped that in, but yeah, it was loud. Like the initial startup was loud, but then after that, like, I didn't hear it.
Oh, by the way, that's another thing. So I have the plat in Borderlands 3, right? And also Borderlands 3 on PS4 added this feature where you can upload your save file. So I uploaded my level 65 Amara, like max level Amara, to the cloud. Downloaded on PS5. You would think all my trophies would pop instantly, right?
Sure.
Nope, only the location-based trophies did. I'm not going through the process of earning the Borderlands 3 plat again, because those challenge rooms were annoying.
Is there a separate trophy list for the PS5?
Yes.
Oh, well then, you gotta earn it.
That's kind of fair. I mean, you already earned one trophy list. You have to play it through the entire PS5 game.
But why would you let me transfer my save? Because I can't level any higher with Amara, and I like Amara only. I don't like any of the other characters.
New Game Plus?
I don't think New Game Plus would pop the level trophies, though. There's trophies for, like, level 2, level 25, level 50. I don't think they pop again, even if I earned, like... Because, like, once you reach the end of the game, you start earning Guardian ranks, right? But every time you level up, instead of getting a level, you get a Guardian rank. I don't think that would pop the leveling trophies.
Well, if you started off with a new character, I know you don't want to, but I'm just saying if there was somebody else who did, then you could pop all those trophies. You know me. I don't really care about the trophies.
I know you don't. I do. I do.
For sure. You just kind of want... It'd be kind of cool to like just upload your save and be like, oh shit, there's my platinum.
It would have been nice. A lot of people on the site, I use PSN profiles a lot, as I'm sure you've all noticed, because my Twitter will, like, every 6 hours pop how many trophies I've earned. It was funny on Thursday when, like, on Friday afternoon when it's like, Haley earned 24 trophies in Astro's Playroom. And then, like, 6 hours later, it was like, Haley earned the platinum.
Yeah.
But, like, a lot of people in the forums, though, were going, well, I hope these lists don't auto-populate, because that'll ruin the leaderboards. And I'm like, all right, I don't care if it ruins the leaderboards, just give me that platinum. I already earned it.
You earned the PS4 platinum, not the PS5.
Technically. It auto-popped the location-based trophies, though.
I feel like if it's a whole new list, you should have to earn it. You shouldn't just get to pop it again. I'm just saying. Those were the cheating ways.
How did Borderlands work as far as like? Did you just have to pop in? Did it like automatically recognize? Oh, there's a PS5 version of this game.
Yep.
Yeah.
As soon as you pop it in, it recognizes it.
PS4 version?
Yeah. It asks you, do you want to upgrade? It's like there's an upgrade available. Do you want it? So then you click on yes, and then it authorizes you to do it. You basically buy it from the store. So it goes to the store, you purchase that, then it downloads the PS5 version of the game.
Just make sure because if you're playing it off disc, it'll try to keep both the PS4 and the PS5 version installed. You can cut that PS4 version down to like 9 gigs or something if you go to the settings.
I deleted it completely.
That's weird. It wouldn't let Jared or over an MTTG delete the whole PS4 file for Borderlands. It would only let him delete it down to like 9 gigs, and then he had the PS5 version installed.
I deleted the whole thing. It's gone.
Huh.
Yeah, so I haven't had any, I haven't had any experience with any of that yet.
I will say it's quite irritating, and I hope this gets fixed in a patch. When you have both versions of a game, even if you only have one installed, when it tries to like default back to the PS4 version for some games, I had Valhalla and Watch Dogs both do that on me, where it's like, "Hey, PS4 version." I'm like, "No, I only have the PS5 version installed. I don't want to download the PS4 version."
I've kind of similar situation. I for Call of Duty, whenever you go to like the page tab, it says download because it thinks I need to download either the alpha or beta because those are versions of the game, and like defaults to those instead of like my PS5 version, like the full version.
Yeah.
Every single time I have to click on the options button, select Call of Duty proper, and then load it in. So hopefully they can like, maybe you can just like press a button to be like, all right, this is my, this is where it populates to first or whatever. Choose like an order or something like that, or just get rid of those. I guess it'd be like, can I delete this from my PSN account? Like I don't even want to own alpha or beta anymore.
Yeah, I know in the store you used to be able to hide that stuff.
You can't anymore on PS5. They all show up there.
Yeah, hopefully they fix that because that would be annoying as all get out. So.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into the one question that we actually got this week. And then we'll get into some stories, and then we'll talk more PS5. So the one question we got this week was from a Fury of Thoughts over on Twitter. He says, what's a game that you hope to see a remaster of on the PS5 now that the technology is pushing the limits of what we expected?
I don't think anyone expected a different answer from me, but Infamous 1 and 2. Give them to me. Give them.
That would be a very, very nice remaster to have. Yeah. What about you, Justin? Anything you can think of that you'd want to see remastered on PS5?
I think, honestly, if they did Mass Effect properly, I don't know if that's what we're getting is, but if they like fully, if you took that game and just got rid of all loading times, just fine-tuned some of the combat a little bit, the game would be much more speedy and a lot more fun to go through again.
They've said they're bringing gameplay up to modern levels. I don't know how that's gonna affect Mass Effect 1 because that would pretty much completely change the game.
Yeah.
But I mean, if they're willing to do that and change the gunplay, because the gunplay in 1 is not good, the inventory system in 1 is not good. The menus were not good in 1. A lot of 1 needs like a whole-on like remake.
Yeah.
But whereas with 2 and 3, really you just need to refine the gunplay and smoothen up the loading times. The thing with Mass Effect though is that like, I know Dev said this like the last time we talked about Mass Effect. I think it was last week, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where like you wanted them to stick with like their guns on the original ending, which, regardless of your opinion on the ending or whatnot, if they were gonna do a whole remake, there'd be a huge ass fan campaign to like make sure this stays and make sure that stays because the internet's got to have what it wants now. It's like Mass Effect is a great choice for this question specifically. I just don't know if BioWare would be willing to put in the effort.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's unlikely for sure.
We'll see.
Yeah, only other game, both Bioshock games, Bioshock Infinite and Bioshock 1. I don't care about Bioshock 2.
Bioshock 2, hot take, not good.
See, a lot of people say it's good, but I wouldn't, I don't know, I've never played it, so. But if they like fully remastered those, maybe again, the gameplay tuned it up a little bit. But that'd be
How about allow you to carry more than 2 guns in Bioshock Infinite? That would be nice.
No, that's like a core gameplay mechanic for it. Like, I like that kind of stuff. That's the vision of the game. Like, I wouldn't want them to remaster a game and change, like, the core of what it is. Like, that stuff I don't like. Like, stay true to the actual vision of the game.
They completely changed the vision of Bioshock by only allowing you to have 2 guns.
That's fine. That's Bioshock Infinite. That's what that game was, though.
Yeah, I wouldn't change like some key stuff like that. Maybe just like fine tune the gameplay a little bit. I mean, I really love that game.
I do too. I love Infinite. I wouldn't want to see anything change.
If it gave me like yeah, if you gave me a good remaster and gave me like an excuse to go back to it, I would.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
mean, there was the Bioshock collection.
Yeah, I have that, and I would definitely play Infinite again. I don't know. I don't know if that would. I imagine that was probably it could probably run at 60 on PS5. Like I would play that. Um, Other than that, like the one game that there's two games that I would like to see remastered, and I just want to see them brought back more than anything, and that is SSX Tricky and NBA Street
Oh,
Volume 2.
oh, there you go.
I would love to see just modern versions of those games. Just bring them in. Don't change what the games are. I would love to see the actual like modern rosters right now as well. So NBA Street Volume 2 with current rosters in just a graphical overhaul, but keep the soul of the game, keep the music that's in there. SSX Tricky, same thing. Like keep the core of the game. Just give me a graphical overhaul. Have it running at a nice smooth 60 frames per second, but keep the soul of both of those games. I would absolutely love to see those games just remastered and brought back.
NBA Street Volume 2 is like easily one of my most played games of all time.
Same.
I played the crap out of that game. I loved that game. I was so upset when they came out with that what was that big head NBA game, Playgrounds.
Yeah, yeah,
I thought that was gonna be the answer. I thought, okay, they're rebranding it, but it was nothing like it, you know. And I was so upset. I was like, oh, they're gonna bring it back. They're gonna bring it back, and they didn't.
yeah. Not
And
even
it had so
close.
much style. It was so good.
Man.
And that part of it is that era of like popular street ball is
Hmm.
like kind of gone. I mean, that was bad. I mean, and one was the everything was just
Yep.
popping at that time, and I was all about it.
Yep. That street
I
ball
mean,
scene was live. Oh man,
yeah,
so good.
I mean, you know that it was big when it reaches, white boys out in the country. We were obsessed with the Code Red mixtapes and all that, and yeah,
Yes.
um, yeah.
I still have all those
So
tapes.
I would say, yeah, I would love to see that could make a comeback. Um, yeah,
Yeah, 100%, man. Man, just bring back EA Sports big. Like, I really enjoyed that era and that brand of EA. I would love to see them just revitalize EA Sports big, just period. So bring back all that stuff. FIFA Street, NFL Street, NBA Street, SSX. Like, bring all that stuff back. I really enjoyed those games, and we don't really have arcade sports games anymore. So bring those into the fold, and I'd be very very happy. All right. Moving on. Let's get out some of these news stories. What you got for us, Haley?
Pretty much, Assassin's Creed Valhalla has doubled the launch player count compared to Odyssey. GameSpot, stop autoplaying audio. Ah,
I can't hear it, so it's fine.
I know you can't, but I opened the article so I can read it for you, and literally just like autoplaying audio. um, Essentially, Assassin's Creed Valhalla has doubled the launch player count compared to Odyssey. According to Ubisoft, Assassin's Creed Valhalla had double the active players on launch day compared to Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and Ubisoft anticipates its player count will grow even more as players get the new consoles and purchase the game alongside them. That's very interesting to know because Odyssey had doubled the player count of Origins, which means that the series over time is still growing as opposed to what it used to be doing, which was like getting less and less reception.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the trilogy of like RPG like games has been fantastic for the series. I've barely scratched the surface. Like I'm like 9 hours in, and I've like maybe power level 29. Because there's no like level system at this time anymore. There's like you level up, and essentially just every time you like your skill, like your XP bar goes over, you get 2 skill points. You choose skills and they increase your power level. It's pretty fun. some of the skills are very interesting to say the least. I've got one where I can like harpoon people and just act like Scorpion in Mortal Kombat and just pull them towards me and then axe them in the face, which is great. It's very fun, and it's great to see the series still growing because like there's so much, and like something like I know a lot of people don't care about the modern day, but I still do, and the fact that when you do I've only done like one modern day section so far, but when you do that section, if you look on the computer, there's things. This isn't a spoiler. Desmond died in 2012, like in Assassin's Creed 3. Desmond died. He's in this game though. Like you could hear Desmond in this game, and oh my god, it almost brought me to tears to hear him because I know that I'm the weird one out here, but like I loved the modern day stuff with Desmond. Desmond was like.
That's why I stopped playing because they got rid of the modern day. Like I loved that back and forth, and I love what they were building towards. So this makes me even more excited to play Valhalla.
Yeah, he's they're like so I was on the computer and I don't want to get your hopes up, but like it seems like they're amping towards something with that because there's two like I think they're like 2 minutes long each, but there's two audio files on the computer when you get to the first modern day section, and they're both from Desmond. They almost made me cry.
Okay.
So,
yeah, that's one of the reasons I'm excited to jump into Valhalla too. Because I played Odyssey. I did not play Origins, so I went onto YouTube and was like, I did like a deep dive the other day of like what is Layla's story, and it got all caught up. So now I'm like ready to play Valhalla. I'll probably wait till it doesn't sale, but
because the interesting thing is that the end of spoilers for Origins, by the way, but that's like almost 5 years old now at this point. At the end of Origins, Desmond's dad shows up and asks Layla to join the Assassins, and then it picks up in Odyssey that she's joined a team and they're working towards it, and then like this is the continuation of what happened at the end of Odyssey. So, and the Atlantis DLC, which is very good. But yeah, so very exciting to see where it goes.
Oh man, now I gotta play Valhalla for real.
Yeah,
because I was definitely trying to put it off for a while because there's so much to play.
There's a lot to play. Like Miles is very good too. I platinumed Astrobot so I could get that out of the way because I knew I was going to do that, and then I've been switching back and forth.
Oh crap! She just froze up. You still there, Justin?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Between Valhalla and Miles.
She's back.
Am I back?
Kind of.
Wow. Okay, my robot voice.
No, you just like stopped. You weren't there for a while.
Okay, but you can hear me now, right?
I can hear you now. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. When did I cut off?
Talking about Layla or something. I think. I don't even remember.
I don't know where you were at with the Layla thing.
Okay, well, let me just.
You were saying you were switching back and forth between the two games.
Yeah, I've been switching back and forth between Miles and Valhalla currently. I haven't even opened Spider-Man Remastered yet, but I will once I beat Miles.
You be careful with that Spider-Man Remastered. I hear it breaks systems. If you leave it
you know
me. Is that
me.
the one that rest mode?
Yeah.
You know me. I don't use rest mode, and B, when I'm done playing a game, I close it immediately. So.
Yeah. I don't do any of that. The Swisher I like very much. It's not exactly quick resume, but it is nice.
See, I've only been switching between Call of Duty and Miles. Mm-hmm. I don't know, so it's not really doing anything. I mean, yeah, the games load up faster, but like every time I go from COD back to Spider-Man, it still has to load in fully, I guess.
Well, yeah, because there's no quick resume. Yeah. That's not
like sometimes I get the splash screen, sometimes I don't. It's very much just random. It's like, you've not played this long enough now. I'm gonna make you watch the Insomniac Games logo. I did have my system crash the other night. I was just sitting on the settings menu, and all of a sudden it just shut off. And I was like, what's going on? So, and I turned it back on, and I had to go actually manually press the button to turn it back on because the controller was like not connecting or not turning it on. And basically just booted up, rebuilt the database, and was fine. but still not. I wasn't too excited about that. But I'm using rest mode.
Yeah.
Well, when you don't have as much time to game as as you do lately, you got to use every second you can. So you want to turn that thing on and be right back into Miles.
Absolutely.
Even if I didn't have that much time to play games, again, the ADHD and the autism would not let me focus if I could have more than one thing running at a time or whatnot. So
Yeah. I like the switcher, just so you don't have to go all the way back out to the home menu to start another game. Just boop, 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 done. So I like that. Speaking of
how do you?
Miles, we're gonna get into all the PS5 stuff in a minute here. But speaking of Miles, Delvin's story, since he's not here, we're gonna just honor his story. The shoes that Miles Morales wears in game, the Adidas, the Pro Star models, the three stripes, the shell toes, you can actually get those for the Adidas website. So on the 19th, they will be going live, and it's actually the same shoes that he wears in the game. It's the ones they have like the little Spider-Man logo in the back. They've got some webbing. The front of the shoe, the little like a curved thing that holds the very first lace is actually a PlayStation logo. They're pretty sweet. At first, you would think they're just black and red Adidas. But once you actually start looking at them, they've got a lot of nice details and everything in them that are really, that really show Miles' style. I wish they were Jordans. I truly do. But
Yep.
Marvel has had a thing with Adidas for a while, like the little crossovers and stuff where they've done Marvel shoes. So it fits, it works, and the three-stripe Adidas shell toe is a very, very iconic New York shoe, so it makes a lot of sense. Run DMC, my Adidas, like it's got some serious culture and roots in NYC, so it makes a lot of sense for them to do this. So if you're a shoe junkie or a shoe head like myself and Coach Mo are, go check these Adidas out. They're pretty sweet. They go live on the 19th. I believe they're going to be $90.
Oh, that's not bad. They're not even like upselling them or charging on them.
Nah, that's
If they were Jordans, they'd be like $180.
At least it's not like the Travis Scott stuff.
We're not talking about that guy. He can kick rocks. He can go down the ditch.
$800 for a sweater.
I hate the boutique.
It's nice.
The boutique culture.
It looks pretty good. I think those are gonna be somewhat reasonable clothing.
Yeah.
Since we're talking about clothes and branding.
Yeah. Ugh. So, go check you out some Adidas. They're pretty sweet. And the last story, Neo is getting a collection. The Neo collection has been announced for February. It's going to be on PS5. You're going to get Neo 1 and Neo 2, and they will both begin 4K and up to 120 frames per second support. I think that's going to be awesome. These games are all about precision, so being able to have the better frame rate for better responsiveness is going to make these games just sing. They're going to be glorious. I have a friend who is really into the Soulsborne type games or whatnot, and he is super excited about this. He hasn't picked up Neo 2, so he's going to be very happy that once this launches, he can actually have both of them and have the frame rate and everything. So I think this is going to be, it's going to give just like a revitalization to the Neo franchise. There are a lot of people that really enjoy this game, so I think this is going to be pretty awesome. Either of you play Neo at all?
I played like the first one for a little bit, and then like I almost like when you're up in the tower in the first one, like at the start of the game, I almost beat that first boss, and then it does that stupid thing where it's like, oh no, you're not supposed to beat this boss. It's gonna destroy you on purpose. I was like, all right, and then like it throws you into an area where you've got like nothing, and I was like, all right, no, I'm out.
That's funny.
Yeah, I've never played it. I'm not a big Souls like player, so.
I mean, I like Dark Souls 3. Like, I got very far in Dark Souls 3. I got a decent amount in Bloodborne, but like, yeah, you won't see me playing Demon Souls.
Yeah, that's not my type of game. Although, you know what? I don't know. I really enjoyed like Star Wars Fallen Order that has some components to like that. Ghost of Tsushima
some of the components are great.
Some of that. I think for me, like for example, Dark Souls doesn't interest me because I don't like the setting. Like the setting, it's just so dark and dreary. It's just not something I want to play. But Japan, ninja, samurai, I'm all about. So I'm definitely gonna check these out. So it's the Neo Collection, and then you also have Neo Remastered the Complete Edition and Neo 2 Remastered the Complete Edition. So they're all available separately or within a package, and it is with all of the DLC for both of them as well. It launches February 5th, 2021, and kind of excited. I think I will delve into this and really check out these type of games because I enjoy the combat. And you give me a sword, I'm a happy camper. All right. So that does it with the news. We're going to talk nothing but PS5 because it is here. We've been waiting for this. Everybody's been excited. We now all have them except for Delvin. Poor Delvin. His is still shipping.
Oh, good. I was like, I asked him the other day. I don't want to spoil it for you, and he's like, that would ruin the surprise. And I was like, oh, well,
Yeah.
I mean, you kind of just alluded to the fact that you don't have it. So.
Yeah. Unfortunately, what happened was the one that he got, it had to ship to my homeboy first, and then he shipped it out to him. So he'll probably have it sometime this week. Hopefully by the time you're hearing this show, he has one. But yeah, I'm excited for him to get his hands on it. It's funny. we've been in like just chatting, and he was playing on his Xbox Series X. Yes, he has one of those as well. He plays both, and it had done something where it crashed on him or whatnot, and he realized that he could play his Miles Morales on his PS4. So he sent me a GIF of LeBron James dunking the Series X into a trash can. Like, oh, screw this, I can play Miles over here.
He made the right choice.
Yes. That was. I was dying laughing when he sent me that. But hopefully he has his by now, and he's been able to enjoy the glory that is the PS5. So
maybe that's why he was driving his car at 8:00 in the morning.
I mean, it's Sunday. He's probably maybe going to church or picking somebody up. Things happen. So, Justin, first impressions.
It's great. It is a little bit big. It's not too big as far as physical size, but actual performance of it has been really, really great. Everything that people have been saying, it's fast. The UI is fast. Everything's fast. As far as the UI goes, I like some of the changes they made. I'm not into the card system.
Yeah.
It kind of just seems messy to me. Anytime I'm in a game, I'm ignoring those, and some of them seem like they look like ads to me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the official news one? If you go in there, you can unfollow literally everything, and then
I think I need to do that to get rid of that part.
Yeah.
Because I just keep seeing GTA 5 characters pop up, and
I mean, for me, it's been like The Sims and then like Fortnite, and I'm like, unfollow, get that out of here.
That's funny. But yeah, as far as it's like it does the thing I want it to do. It plays the games at 4K. Supposedly 120 frames. I don't know. If we already went over that, I don't know. Give me a damn counter on the screen. Yeah, it's the speed. It really is completely changes everything as far as just having that speed there, being able to jump around. The Spotify integration, how fast and quick that is awesome.
Yeah.
It is like I was not expecting that at all. I was like,
you used Spotify on the PS5 yet, but like Amazon Prime and everything, so good.
Yeah, I'm sure everything's it's super fast. Yeah, like you brought up the other day, Dev, that it brings up the Spider-Man soundtrack. So I was like, oh, I'll try this out, and it's just like, oh, the integration is just perfect, and it's so fast to go back and forth. I play using speaker, like my regular living room speakers, and I use headphones depending on what game I'm playing. On PS4, you have to like drill down into settings to go back and forth between a headset and your regular speakers. Here it's right in the bar, the quick bar. You just flip back and forth very easily.
Yep.
Like all of those quality of life improvements are like really great.
I like that the PS5 recognizes that we have a SteelSeries Arctis Pro connected to it.
Yeah, so it recognizes
Well, did
with the headset.
PS4 not do that?
No.
No, it just said
headset.
it just said headset connected. Yeah.
That's because so I have an older. This is a Logitech G933. I was thinking about maybe replacing them, but these are still great, so I'm not gonna probably replace them anytime soon. But it recognizes them on PS4 and it still recognizes them on PS5, so that's good. Yeah, that I plugged in the wireless adapter and headset popped right in immediately. It was way faster than PS4 usually recognizes it.
Mm-hmm.
So all of that is just great. I went through claiming your PS Plus games. They used to take so long to just like click add to library, and it takes maybe 10 seconds now. I went through that PS Plus collection that's available now on PS, and I just quickly added them all. I didn't see like an add all button, so I just had to click on every single.
You have to individually claim them.
Yeah, so I went through all of those. It took me like 2 minutes. And I claimed like 15 games, and I'm probably not complaining those games, let's be honest, but that was pretty fun to like just do that. And it's like you go over to your library and it's like, oh, I own 15 more games or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, that is super cool. And that is different than Game Pass. That is totally different because that's like, as long as I subscribe to $60 a year, which is not much, I own those games.
Yep.
$80 a year.
I mean, fake person money. So
yeah, whatever dollar bucks you guys use, whatever nonsense funny money you guys have up there.
Hey, you know what? Regardless, I still got it. So
there you go. That's all that matters. The controller is awesome. Feels so good.
The adaptive triggers are so good. They're so fluid when playing Miles, like the little resistance you get when it's like, hey, you're at the height of your swing, let go now, and you'll get that speed boost. It's great.
I don't know if I'm like missing something. I have not like felt maybe I'm just and I don't have big hands. Maybe my fingers are just like not feeling the resistance or something. I felt a little bit playing Astrobot, but
a little bit.
I've not felt it.
Astrobot will give you so much resistance, it's ridiculous. Actually, the game. This is surprising too. The game I've actually felt the most resistance in is Watch Dogs when trying to fire the stun shotgun. It will literally like lock up on you, and you have to individually like hit it every time just to like fire one shot. It makes combat situations so much more difficult because like the resistance is just like.
Yeah, I have not felt that particular. The rumble I can definitely feel. In Astrobot and feels better. I don't care that much about it if I'm being honest. I know a lot of people and a lot of reviewers are like, oh, this is what feels next gen. Honestly, to me, it's just a way better feeling controller with slightly improved haptics and feedback and stuff.
One thing that's very much improved is battery life.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
I bought a second controller on Friday, right? And on PS4, I used to play wired all the time. There's a reason I have this like right here. So this is the first time I've had to switch to the second controller. This is the one I bought on Friday. I only had to switch to it 4 hours ago from Thursday, playing nonstop since I got it and got all my save files installed. We'll talk about that later. But like, I only had to switch to this like last night, like 4 hours ago, essentially. Did I have to switch to the second controller? Like the battery life is so much better.
I've noticed that a lot too.
I mean, I was on my stream for 12 hours and didn't have to recharge it, and it didn't die. So.
Yeah.
Which a PS4 controller, I'm pretty sure would not do that. So
no, it wouldn't.
So yeah, I love controller. I love the UI, the system itself. It looks beautiful. The stand is a little wonky. It does look odd, like it's like floating in space.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool, but kind of odd at the same time. And also, when I mentioned the hard drive was kicking up earlier, it was like rattling. First, I had to like touch the right side where the fins are kind of sticking out. I had to kind of squeeze them together a little bit to like stop them from rattling a little bit. It was, if I had my headphones on, you would never ever notice.
Yeah.
I was playing kind of quietly with the regular speakers, and I could kind of hear it. So I went and just checked it out. You know, I'm being super critical at that point. But yeah, and then the games look great at 4K, and you know they just look better. That's just, it's the same game. Especially when you're playing Miles, you're like, okay, this is the Spider-Man engine, and that looked great as well. It just looks better now.
So you were coming from a base PS4. Does it feel like it's just like oof, breath of new life?
Oh yeah, yeah. Everything just looks crisper. Is the best way to say it. Everything is like, you look at the hair and some of the characters on like Miles and stuff, and it's like I can actually see every strand and stuff like that.
I don't think y'all understand how much his hair means to me.
I thought about that, and Finn's hair too. That, you know, I have to. They always, whenever they used to do like hair demos. I remember when like NVIDIA used to do like hair demos. It's like Lara Croft. It's long, silky hair. It's not. You know, it's not.
Man,
to
see Miles' his curls, the fade, and it not just looks stupid. I'm like, oh man, that almost brought me to tears. Like, finally, my hair can be represented in the game properly. I was very, very, very excited to see that.
I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, I'm glad to hear that, because I noticed it as well. So. Yeah, everything just looks. I mean, that's the exact thing. Coming from a base PS4, no 4K, none of that, and then jump into this thing, it's like, whoa! Everything just looks big and bright, and the HDR is popping, and it's great.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I haven't even begun to even see HDR. Like, I play on my computer monitor, so it does 4K 60, and that's the good thing about a monitor. Like, I can always press the button and actually see the resolution and the hertz that the screen is actually moving at, so I know when it's like not acting right. And dude, jumping into Miles for the first time, just how fluid the game was. Because I have my base, I have the settings set to just performance mode, so any game that I'm playing is going to be performance. I'm not even messing with.
I've noticed those in-game setting that setting menu where like, hey, how do you want the games to like go, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've noticed that doesn't work for some of that stuff, specifically Miles. I have subtitles set system wide to be thing, and I've noticed that for 2 apps, Amazon Prime and Miles Morales, I still had to go in and turn subtitles on.
That's weird. My subtitles came on without a problem. I didn't have to turn them on at all. I had to turn
them on.
You got the broke one. But yeah, like it's been a game changer. Like, I actually, on my stream yesterday, I switched from the performance mode to the resolution mode just to see the rays and see all the lighting. And it was in that scene where he's walking through walking like through the little street fair or whatnot. And good God, the drop to the 30 frames is just jarring. It was so jarring. Everybody in the stream was like, "This is bad. This is real bad. Why stop this? Turn this off." Like, it was just so funny to see everyone's reaction going from like me playing it in 60 and like I'm running the stream at 1080 60, so everybody can see everything moving at 60 frames. So when I changed to the resolution mode with the HD with the ray tracing, everybody was like, "Oh God, now this is why. Turn it back." It was just really funny. I mean, like, you could feel it.
It's funny because I've not used performance mode for Miles once. I love the rays, but again, I'm that weird person that gets sick when looking at 60 frames, and I don't think there's an FOV slider for.
There is not an FOV
Miles.
slider, but it's also not first person, so it shouldn't be as.
It still made me sick. Like, I was watching a stream of Miles like a little bit before I got my PS5 in the morning. On Thursday, and it was still like giving me a headache looking at it. So
I'm so sorry.
The thing is that Valhalla runs in 60. There's no way to change it down to 30 or anything like that. Valhalla runs at 60 on PS5 in 4K, and I have no issue. It doesn't give me a headache. It's like the field of view. There's no field of view slider there either, but it's like the field of view is automatically bigger.
It's pulled back. It's pulled back a lot further. In Miles, there's certain parts where it does zoom in and move out or whatnot. But I would say just try it because it's the camera is far back enough to where it should have a wide enough field of view, especially like when you're swinging. It probably will bother you when they go on to like the first person stuff where every now and again like you'll go into first person Miles and he jumps out the window and he moves around and that may bother you. But it's just it's just so fluid.
I like the rays though. Like they're very nice.
I think it looks better in performance mode. Like the thing is like when I flip back and forth, like it wasn't as big a jump. Like it didn't look as polished at all. It just looks so much better to me in the performance mode. Like people don't realize that the frames actually also sharpen up the picture, so it actually looks better. Like in the performance mode to me, like it sharpens up. Like when you have those 30 frames, it kind of looks like it's got this graininess to it, in my opinion. But that's just
I don't know. I'll give it a shot, but like I said, I enjoy the rays. Legion's a different story. Legion doesn't do 60 at all on PS5. It just does 4K 30 and ray tracing. That game looks very nice. But I'll be honest, I don't know that I'll keep playing Watch Dogs Legion. A lot of the trophies are glitched, and I know you two don't care about them, but like a lot of the trophies seem to be glitched. Like the drinking trophy, you have to do it all with the same character, and sometimes it doesn't even track. Especially if you're playing a female character, it's really weird. The painting trophy is broken. A bunch of them are just like broken on PS5, and it's just like, all right, well, might be done with that.
Yeah.
I mean, again, and the story in Watch Dogs Legion just takes a hit. Like, seriously, there's like a noted downgrade in the story, and it's
from what I've played, I enjoy the story. I wouldn't say it's a downgrade. It's a different story. I wouldn't say it's a downgrade. I think it's just a different take. It's a different place. It's a different story. But from what I've played, I enjoyed it. But I will not be playing it on PS5 if it's not going to hit 60 frames. I'll just suffer through it on my PC in 1440 and call it a day because I can't go back to this 30 frames per second stuff. After playing this and playing like Ghost of Tsushima, like that one runs at 60 and God, it's like a different game. Like it feels and looks so good to play. So,
have you tried Days Gone yet? Because that runs at 60 as well.
I have not. I've never played Days Gone. I have it installed. It's one of the few games that I actually downloaded to my external hard drive. So, just getting back to like some of the quality of life stuff, the PS5 itself. Like I downloaded all the games that I wanted to actually play. They were going to be backwards compatible and run better on PS5. So like God of War, Days Gone, Ghost of Tsushima, Death Stranding, and a couple of other titles I downloaded to an external hard drive, and just plugged it right into the PS5, and they were. It was all
have
good.
Like 32. I have like 32 games, and these were all games I had installed on my PS4. But like when I was running them off my PS4, the install base was just like, hey, straight to external, and I just ran them all off of there, right? And it's simple. You just unplug from the PS4, plug it right into the PS5. The one thing I will say is Thursday when the network was getting battered, trying to download your saves from the cloud was real annoying. I had 970 save files to download from the cloud because, again, I play a lot of games. And I was stuck on that screen because it does the same thing as PS4 where you can't leave the screen where it's like, hey, downloading or uploading your saves to the cloud.
I was able to leave that screen. I pressed the home button and it just went right back to the home screen. So while I was downloading saves, I was playing Miles Morales. Yeah.
Okay, well, I was stuck there for 45 minutes while this thing was literally downloading 970 saves that I'd uploaded that same morning at 8 o'clock and the network was fine. Come home and I'm there trying to download them for 45 minutes.
Wow,
it was so bad.
Your PS5's broke.
Yeah,
no, it's not. Because like immediately after that, I downloaded another game and it downloaded in like 5 minutes because the network was like, I don't know, up and down all day. It was weird. Regardless, like I said, Astro was so fun. I platinumed it. I got it, and I've uninstalled it. Right, like it's only 10 gigs, but like if I'm not gonna play it again because I got the platinum,
Yeah,
get it out of there.
I blame Canadia's internet on that because I actually was able to download. I think I downloaded everything like Miles and Godfall. I downloaded that stuff remotely. Like after I set it up, I walked away, downloaded it through the app, and it just boom done. Like they took about
I
5
will
minutes.
say, signing in with the app bonus.
Oh yeah, the initial setup.
Yeah,
The fact that
pretty
it
cool.
gives you the fact like you can either sign in or just scan this QR code with the app. Beautiful. The fact that when you download a game through the app, it lets you know, hey, this is now playable. Like I love the integration that the app actually has with the PS5. Like it gives me more reason to want to actually use the app.
Does it allow you to turn your PS5 on with the app?
You can remote play into it. I don't know if it allows you to remotely turn it on, but I definitely set up the remote play.
The PS4 link used to let you do that, but I haven't found an option to turn your PS5 on with your phone yet. Not that it bothers me. Again, everything's in the same room, so I just hit the button on the controller and we're good to go. I've been playing Miles now that I platinumed Astro. Everything's really good. I'm not very far. I don't think. I've been mostly like screwing around doing a bunch of like crimes and like all the collectibles because y'all know I want to platinum this.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna platinum it too. I didn't want to do a bunch of collectibles because most of my time with it has been on stream.
Well, I mean,
so
you were streaming, and I enjoyed watching you for a bit there. I will say, watching you try to figure out that trade puzzle was so funny. It was so funny because you did the exact same thing I did. I was like, huh? What? Oh,
yeah.
Okay. And then, like, when you noticed there was a third one, I was like, oh, okay. Yeah.
Miles is so good. It's so good. I mean, I love everything about this.
In the fight scenes is so good.
Yeah. The speed of this system, the quality of life enhancements that it's brought, I think everything is just really, really, really nice. The downloading, the uploading, and be able to see everything that's going on. The pop-ups, the fact that you can go into a do not disturb mode when you're playing a game so you don't get all these notifications. Like, because while I was playing, like, I would have, okay, this person jumped online, this person jumped online. I'm like, dude, I thought I turned this crap off. But yeah, you just, anytime you restart the system, it resets the do not disturb mode, so you got to go back and turn it on. But you can turn off all the notifications so you don't have to worry about seeing that stuff. It'll also hide when you pop trophies, though. So if you want to see trophies popped,
I do want those pops.
You can't turn off the do not disturb because I didn't even realize I had popped as many trophies in Miles as I did because I had turned that stuff off.
I mean, to be fair, you were streaming though, so understandable that you would turn do not disturb on for that.
Yeah, but just little quality of life stuff like that. The do not disturb, the how fast the store works, the integration.
I like that they added a busy option because before it used to just be like online or offline, or appears offline, right? But then there's literally a new option there where you can put busy on as well. So
the system is just glorious. So what's been like your most just like holy crap moment that you've had? Have you had anything that's just been like, oh man, wow, anything like that at all? Justin, start with you. Any holy crap moments? And you're muted.
I think just honestly that the whole like Spotify music integration, I was zipping around the menu. That's when I was zipping around the menus a lot at like one time, and I was like, "This is awesome!" You know, just going back and forth, just all that speed. Like the games, just like I said, just look better and cleaner and crisper and all that. It's been the weird UI things that I'm like, "This is awesome."
Yeah.
Like I really like. It saved me so much time and hassle, and the things that used to annoy me so much are gone.
Yeah, absolutely. What about you, Haley? Anything that's just been like, oh my goodness?
Just because again, I haven't really used the switcher because again, I'm the odd one here. I use my PS5 for media as well. And don't tell me to buy a Roku. I'll tell you to F off. Literally. The switcher is usually just like one game, one media app, so there's no reason to use it, right? But like, I found the fact that I can turn my my TV on and off with this, like it links to your PS5 and then it links to your TV. It's great. For YouTube watchers, this is the PS5 Media Remote. It's very good. It's the PlayStation button on it works the same way it would as with like a controller, so that's pretty cool. But really, the only like, oh my god, wow moment has been like that bridge scene from Miles in the trailer. Like that scene was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I played that last night, and
Yeah.
I was just really loving it.
Yeah, for
Um,
me, a lot of it has been the controller, to be perfectly honest. Like, I was expecting just like, oh, it's going to rumble, it's going to feel nicer. But,
In
man.
Astro, it's like nonstop. In Astro, it's literally nonstop.
In Astro, like, it's crazy. Like, just walking across the different types of terrain and being able to feel that, the way the wind feels when it blows, and the way you can feel it on,
Yeah.
like, either side of the controller, depending on where it is. The little, when you're in the little spacesuit, being able to, the boosters, like, the right and left trigger, the using the bow and arrow, the gun, like, everything in this thing, like, it shows you how crazy the adaptive triggers are. Even when playing Miles Morales, being able to feel like, actually, like when you do the Venom punch, being able to feel him like wind up and punch, like the
Oh,
connect,
it's so good.
like you can feel that stuff in the controller, the tension that you can feel in his web while you're swinging, like everything feels like it has this weightiness to it. You can kind of feel that in the controller. It's
So
just really immersive. It feels so good, and when you combine that with the sound, like the audio, especially if you're playing with headphones, like being able to hear stuff fly by and move around, and the sound stage that it presents is just phenomenal. It's so good.
like I said, I wasn't able to watch all your extra live stream last night. But like, did you ever end up starting Godfall?
I did not, because people wanted to play other stuff, and it's much easier to stay up late playing games with people because you're more like doing things. Otherwise,
Yeah,
I probably would
I
fall
was just
asleep.
curious whether or not you'd felt any like adaptive stuff with the controller there. That's all.
No, I have
So
not played that. I plan on playing that probably today if I get any free time, maybe tomorrow. But I have not gotten into Godfall, but I'm very excited to see what that feels like and how that plays and how it looks.
mhm.
But just so far, man, the controller combined with the audio, just the immersiveness that you feel, just it's so good. It's just so good.
Yeah, the controller feels very nice, especially the thing. I haven't really felt anything in Valhalla, maybe a couple times while like performing skills, but like again, the real question is whether or not third-party devs are going to support it. Like, it seems like Ubisoft is willing to support the card system, because again, like a couple cards pop up for Valhalla, um, but I didn't check while playing Watch Dogs. I'll probably open it later and see. Uh, Today is probably going to be the real test of whether I keep playing Legion on PS5. Because if I'm not going to play it, like, sure, I bought I got the season pass for free, so if I don't play it, I'm not worried about that extra money I would have spent, right? Like, I have the Ultimate Edition of Valhalla. I know I'm going to be playing Valhalla for months. I'm not worried about that at all. Like, but that space I have, because again, that's the one downside is how much limited space the PS5 has at start, right? And you can't move PS5 games off the internal just to store them even.
Yeah.
So if I'm not going to play that game, having that space free for like Immortals when that releases in a couple weeks, that'd be great. Or Hitman when that releases in January, which I haven't pre-ordered yet, but I will. For But like my dad showed up last night, and I showed him the console. He goes, "That thing's ugly." He showed up last night to give me like my birthday gift. I guess he showed up, gave me takeout from a local restaurant called Cat's Caboose. Gave me $100 and some cupcakes, and I was like, "All right." So now I've got an extra $100 I can spend on games or whatnot, and so that's cool. I don't know. I might pick up like one of them. I don't know. I might pick up Sackboy or something. I don't know. Godfall really, the reviews aren't very good on it.
The people
They're a
who
little
I've
mixed.
listened to who like it, I'm like, you like games that I like? You like this game? This works.
Okay, but I tend to like a lot of the same games that Greg and Blessing like
Yeah, I don't like the
from
games
Kind of
that they
Funny.
like at all. The stuff that
And
they like, I'm just like,
they're both like I have no idea what's happening in this game. It's not really my style, and I'm just like, all right, cool.
yeah. One of the streamers, one of the Destiny people that I watch a lot, Miss 5,000 Watts. She's big into it. The Destiny crew, like this podcast crew that I watch, they like Godfall. Khalif Adams likes it, and those are people who have similar tastes. So I know it'll be a game that I enjoy.
Yeah, Sackboy looks cool though. I might pick that up, or
Sackboy
might
kick
pre-order
rocks.
Hitman in advance.
Sackboy is one that I want too.
Kick Sackboy.
Get out of here, Dev.
He can kick rocks.
He's like a PlayStation mascot. What? You gotta like him.
Dev
No,
don't
I
care
don't.
about
I
that.
don't have to like him. Miles Morales is my PlayStation mascot. All right, Spider-Man is my PlayStation mascot.
Hey, you know what? I'm just excited. Also, bonus, because we were talking about the store. Hey, having your wish list feature on the console is great.
Like, I don't know if I'll ever use that. Like, I didn't use the wish list in any way. I know what I want, so I just go buy it. So the wish list, I guess, is cool for people.
The bonus is that
it,
when you add someone to the wish list, when you add something to the wish list, it literally just goes, "Hey, we'll let you know when this goes on sale. We'll let you know when this gets discounts. Yada yada yada." It's cool.
if that pushes to the app, then that's useful. If it doesn't push to the app, then I don't have any use for it at all.
I mean, it pushed a notification that Deathloop was for sale.
I did not get that notification, but I definitely wish listed it just to see how the features worked. I'm excited for Deathloop. That's one that I definitely.
I will say what's really annoying is getting notifications for NBA 2K21 because I'm not. Why? I don't want that. I don't play basketball games. Why are you pushing those notifications to watch a trailer for that game to my phone?
That's weird. I didn't get that. I didn't get anything for that, but I do want to play that game at some point. But other than that, yeah, I'm just very pleased with the system. I'm very pleased to see where this goes. Like, we're just getting like the beginning steps, and we've already seen like it is like a night and day difference as far as performance and quality of life and speed from the PS4. So I'm very excited to see year 2, year 3, the types of experiences and games that we get from this system, from just next gen period. I'm
so excited for Horizon. Give me Horizon Forbidden West, baby. Give it here.
That's perfect. 'Cause my next question was be like, what's the next thing that you're really looking forward to?
I mean, they've already said that Horizon's not really till like later next year. So I guess currently it'd be Ratchet and Clank because that game looks great.
Yeah.
But also like non-PlayStation related stuff, I'm very excited to see how it looks and feels on PS5 is Gotham Knights and Hogwarts Legacy. I'm just putting it out here. Fuck J.K. Rowling. Sorry. Anybody who wants to know more about my opinions on that stuff can go listen to our DLC episode that I just recorded with Donnie. But yeah, like regardless of anything you do Harry Potter related, she's still gonna make money. But like, fuck her. And also like,
yeah,
it's unfortunate, but like, that game's gonna make hand over fist anyway. So boycotting it would do nothing. And I love Harry Potter, so
yeah,
you know,
it's gonna be good.
a lot of devs, poured probably their heart and soul into that game too. So that's the other part of it too that kind of sucks. So
absolutely,
puts you in a hard spot, but it looks like a cool game for sure.
What about you, Justin?
Hold on, before we go to Justin, the weird thing is that like you can wishlist Hogwarts Legacy already, but you can't wishlist Gotham Knights because it's not even on the store.
That makes sense.
That's weird.
I mean, if it's not on the store, does it have a release date at all?
Yeah, it has a release window of 2021, the same as Hogwarts Legacy does.
What about you, Justin? What are you looking forward to? Like, what's the next thing you're like really excited to see with PS5?
Ratchet and Clank for sure. Not only because I mean Ratchet and Clank on PS4 is one of my favorite games of all time. I really loved that game. It's definitely, and maybe it was just a time and place thing, but I loved that game a lot. So I'm very excited to just jump back into that, and it's a showcase for the system for sure.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna do a lot of cool stuff, and they probably will take advantage of the controller and weird stuff like that. So, and after that, I mean, whatever Naughty Dog's working on, and whatever Corey Barlog's working on.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm pretty sure he's still working on God of War because.
Well, he's making something space related. I don't think he's the lead on.
He already came out and said we are not working on a space game. Like he literally already came out, and so did the studio. Like they're not working on a space game.
He also said they weren't working on another God of War. He's like the king of misdirection. He will always tell you he's not doing what he's doing.
Okay, but if the studio comes out and says that, I'm inclined to believe them.
I believe that they're this all
either way. even if it is God of War, I'm excited for it, I guess. But I think he's up to something else. But
Yeah, I
we'll
do
see.
too.
But yeah, those 2 games really, and then yeah, whatever Naughty Dog's working on.
Yeah, for me, I'm excited for Horizon. I'm excited for Ratchet and Clank just because it's going to be a showpiece for the console, but I'm really excited for Horizon and God of War. Those are the things that I want to see, and just I want to see what they do with some of the back combat stuff. I want to see if they push the limits. Like, do they push a patch to make Bloodborne 60 frames? What do they do with some of the older stuff? Like, I'm really excited to see that because after being able to experience Ghost with 60 frames, like it makes me want to play or finish certain games that I have not finished on the PS4 library just because they've been brought up, and I really enjoy that. So it's been a really fun ride. We're only a couple days into it. I mean, this is only day 3 of the PS5 being out, so there's probably still so much more to uncover. I love the controller, I love the audio, and I'm just really excited, and I can't wait to hear Delvin's thoughts next week. All right, so that is going to do it for this episode. It's a little bit shorter episode. I'm exhausted, to be perfectly honest. I was streaming. I've only gotten 3 hours of sleep, so yeah. That is going to do it for episode 60 of the PlayStation Experience. We hope you enjoyed yourself. Feel free to holler at us. Give us a follow over on the Twitters at PlayStation XP. Stop by the blog at psvg.blog or the Discord, psvg.blog/discord, and join us over in our shenanigans there. There is so much next-gen chatter if you're looking for just a place to talk, a place to fellowship. It's a great community. We've got rooms for literally everything. So if PlayStation's not your bag, we've got a Nintendo room, we've got an Xbox room, we've got a movies and TVs room, we've got all kind of stuff. Just come, hang out, and chat.
You know what room we don't have, though, that was pointed out yesterday? We don't have a food room.
The food room is Prime. What are you talking about? PSVG Prime is the food room. Like, all of my questions for Prime are always food related because Kevin and Lucas are their foodies. So, you know, that PSVG Prime. If you want your food talk, it'll be in there.
No. I'm more or less pointing out that Josh was joking yesterday when he posted in Get Fit that, like, hey, we don't have a food channel, so here you go.
I completely forgot about the Get Fit channel. That's not, we have a
fitness
channel. Oh, man. And last but not least, we invite you to be a part of our Patreon over at patreon.com/PSVG. So if you enjoy our content here, there's a slew of additional content to be had for just $3 a month, such as Haley's DLC episode. We've got episodes that actually, you know, kind of chronicle each and every PSVG member, as well as we have some patron shows such as Strong Style or Bored with Everything.
Or get early access to Decade of Horror.
Yes, early access to that. So we've got tons of stuff over there. I think there's 100 episodes in the DLC queue. So there's lots and lots to listen there. So $3 a month, you'll get a lot more of us if you can stomach it. And with that, I want to give a special thank you to our Patreons at the producer level: Mr. Edwin Callow, Barry Cathcart, Josh the Bone Soberbone, Chris McElfish, Kyle Heyman, Paul Calicote, Michael Masick, Zach Bradshaw, Nick Fall Harbor, Rob Emanuel, Rude Days 93, Ben Moxham, and Grouchy Surge. Just want to thank you guys for joining us in the journey that is PSVG, and because without you, there is no us. So let people know where they can find you, J-Money. Where can the people harass you?
I'm on, the Discord, obviously, but then Twitter. I think I just changed it again. I'm like Delvin. I'll my name every day. I think it's just EP. Yeah,
just EP.
I got to come up with a new PSN name, so I'm over the closet gamer thing. So I got something out. So I'm trying it out on Twitter first.
There it is. What about you, Haley? Where can people find you at?
You can find me over on Twitter at Shepard Zarel. You can find me on your gaming platform of choice at Haley Zarel. Currently, though, all I have is PS5. I don't have an Xbox. Working on it, but currently in Canada, the waitlist to get a Series X is until April.
Wow.
So, yeah, it's worse for the PS5. Currently, they're looking at May for PS5s, according to the manager at the EB where I picked mine up. Someone was waiting in line ahead of me and like, hey, I'm hoping to get a PS5. You're looking at May.
Jeez. That's crazy.
Yeah, so essentially, like there's 250 people waiting at that store. So all I have currently is PS5. You can add me on Xbox and I'll get a notification for it on the app. I just won't be able to play with you or anything. Gamer tag's the same as PlayStation, Haley Zarel. You can find me at twitch.tv/Haley Zarel. I'll probably be streaming something in a couple days. I don't have a set date, but I've got a bunch of free time since I don't have a shift at work until December 3rd. And then yeah, again, if you want to see me rant about Supernatural or whatever, you can follow me on HaleyZarel.tumblr.com if you're into that. I'm gonna keep making that joke every week. Oh, also watch Bit, please.
Yes, watch Bit for Haley, please. Please do it. Do it. Do it. You can find me at Dad Ninja Dev pretty much everywhere, except for PlayStation, where I'm Dad Ninja Dev too. But Twitch.tv/Dad Ninja Dev, Twitter, I'm Dad Ninja Dev, I'm Dad Ninja Dev everywhere. So feel free to follow me if you are so inclined. And with that, long live play.